Hello and welcome to Mythical Meeples. Today we'll be unboxing Warhammer 40,000 Boarding Patrol Aeldari. With the release of Arks of Omen, we were introduced a new way to play Warhammer 40,000 boarding actions. With this came the release of a boarding patrol box for each faction. The Aeldari box contains 26 miniatures. The first of these is Jain Zar, the Phoenix Lord of the Howling Banshees. We also get 5 Howling Banshees inside the box. These are supported by 20 Corsair Voidsguard. If we look up here, we can see for recommended with use, Arks of Omen's Farsight. Let's look inside the box. So then we can see some instruction booklets, some sprues and a load of bases. So you've got Jain Zar, Howling Banshees, and the Corsair Voidsguard. Most of these are 25mm bases, but you also get a larger base for Jain Zar. Oh, something's come off, someone's head's fallen off. So this looks like it's Jain Zar, and then you've got some heads here, which are probably for the Howling Banshees. Oh yeah, and then the rest of this sprue is also Howling Banshees. And then we get 2 lots of free sprues for the Corsair Voidsguard. At the bottom, we've got a transfer sheet as well, which contains sort of the main Aeldari craft worlds, and you've also got the aspect runes along the side here as well. So first, let's look at Jain Zar. So you can see here, she's made of 16 different pieces. So you have to assemble the body first, attach it to the legs. You've got the hair, which is sort of what holds her up. And then you build the weapon, attach the arms, and just last little details before sticking her to the base. Very dynamic looking model. Oh, that's not very secure. So you can see here, you can see her head, her hair. She's very detailed, very well designed. You can see all the sort of little nodules on the spear haft, runes, lots of runes. And again, you've got on the base here, you've got more runes and either part of a statue or part of a large creature's skull. Very detailed model. You can just see all the sort of individual strands in the hair. In terms of mould lines, you can't really make any out. Even looking sort of at the side here, there's not a lot to build, so assembly should be straightforward. Once you've built her, she shouldn't require too much cleanup. Next up, we've got the Howling Banshees. It's like Jain Zar, these are very dynamic models. You've got the 3 sprues, as mentioned before, 28mm bases and one 25mm one for the little statue. You've got a couple variants you can build. So yeah, you can build the Exarch in a variety of ways, or you can and you've got the Howling Banshees as well. So it looks like there's a lot of different pieces to put together for these. You can see the body's made up of 2 parts, legs attached to the runes here, and you've got the other leg which attaches to the body. The head's made up of 3 different parts. 4 different parts actually, there's another part that you add. So you've got a choice of bare heads and helmeted heads. And then you've got a few different variations which you can build upon. So you've got different weapons, Then the Howling Banshees are very similar. Again, you've got the torso which you build, attach the legs, you've got the ruin on the bottom of the base, and then you attach the arms, attach the heads. So the head's made up of 4 different parts. You've got the parts of the hair, and then you've got the helmet as well. So the bare-headed one's meant to be used for the Ynnari variant. So they're all very sort of similar builds. Again, you've got options for the heads, but they're all very similar. It's just which pieces you use to assemble them. So let's look at the sprue now. You can see here you've got all of the Ynnari heads, all the bear heads. You've got the helmeted heads sort of here and here. The other ones over this side. You can see all of the sort of details. They're very detailed models, so all you have to do is sort of look at the ruins. You can make out all of the Aeldari runes. Very clean robes and hair, all the detail on the hair. Even just the back of the bodies, you can see the details on the back of the torsos. Very dynamic miniatures. In terms of mould lines, if we look at the heads, you can't see much mould lines. There's a little bit on the ruin. This is probably the best place you're going to see it. If you look at the side there. But these shouldn't require too much cleanup. So last up is what the main appeal to this box was for me, and that's the Corsair Void Guard. So we get a lot of different options in this box to build them. So you can see here, this is just the sort of first few models. They're quite straightforward to build. By the looks of it, you've got the legs and the torso, which attach together. Then the backpack gets attached. And then you've got lots of different heads to choose from as well. So this is your sort of squad leader. Got a few different options. And you can see here you've got a lot of warriors or gunners that you can choose to build. Variety of different weapons. So as you see, 4B, 4C, 4D, 5B, 5C. You can build them with close combat weapons, you can build them with guns, or you can build them with a special weapon. Some of them can even be sort of almost special characters. So this one you can see here is a sort of Psyker. You've got a Starstorm Duelist. You've got the Hunter. You've got the Soul Weaver, Shade Runner. So you've got a lot of choices with these to make. And again, you've also got just the basic warriors, which you can go with sword and pistol or a larger gun. Again, you've got a heavy gunner, you've got a fate dealer, which looks like a kind of sniper. Here you can see the sort of final team. So this looks really cool. A lot of versatility in this kit. So you can see here, this is the first sprue. You've got all the different head options here. So you've got a lot of option there. You've got sort of skin cloak. All these other cloaks to choose from. You can see how detailed they are, how cool the sword and sleek it looks. Got the rifles here. It's how slender they are. Very graceful looking models. So I'll try and see if we can see some mould lines. which they're just about there. You can maybe pick them up on the camera, but they're not prominent at all. They should be very, very easy to clean up. So that's the first sprue, and then we'll look at the second sprues. So again, these are very detailed. You can see all of the different cloaks. So really trying to vary these up. You've got special weapons here, over here as well. You've got more head options here. You've got the hunter's bird over here. So these are really, really cool. You've got back banner. You can see a couple of heads have been falling off. So these are really cool looking models. Again, let's try and have a look for those mould lines. So again, you can't really make them out. If you're looking at the leg here, you can't really, like, they are there, but they look almost like a natural part of the leg armour. There was the banner somewhere which might have a... Yeah, you can't really make it out on the banner either. There's a little bit, but not too much. So this should be really easy to clean. Possibly take a little longer to build because you've got so many options to choose from. They should be look really, really cool when they're done. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it helpful. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. This helps me grow, helps me be seen as a channel. You can also become a member of Mythical Meeples. There'll be a link below where you'll get access to extra content, sneak previews, behind the scenes. You can also support me on Patreon where you'll get access to similar content as well. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.